What is apologetics and why you should learn it? Welcome back to Gray Matters. This is the second of 3 apologetic introductory videos to hopefully and prayerfully get you hooked in, dialed in to the importance, the benefits, and utility of this theoretical discipline called apologetics. Our working definition comes from Dr. William Lane Craig. Apologetics comes from the Greek word apologia, which means a defense, as in a court of law. Christian apologetics involves making a case for the truth of the Christian faith. More important now than ever, the church must engage in apologetic ministry. Being prepared to give an answer means anticipating difficult questions and objections, and being willing to engage with opposition. But we have 2 problems I see. First is that especially the Christian faith is the most taboo topic to talk about and engage with people. Right from the start, talking about the Bible, Jesus, the need for salvation, or your relationship with God can be difficult and divisive. These topics immediately are met most of the times with opposition. In order to have these conversations, then, we need 2 things: cogent answers and reasonable responses. We are called to be imitators of Christ. And if that is the case, we are to display patience, humility, respect, and even learning skills in dialogue. At this point, I could recommend Greg Kelkel's Tactics book. Talking about God and faith then becomes heated, valid points get missed, insults against the person start to fly, and peaceful talk is virtually impossible. With apologetics, we can argue without being argumentative. In apologetics, we can give a defense for the reasons we believe without being defensive. The more you seek to know and understand, the less argumentative and defensive you will be. I have personally found this true. We are called to teach the good news and to share. And the second thing is that Christians are afraid of sharing their convictions. And this concerns me. A gust of wind of opposition silences our voice in our culture. This taboo and silence halts discussion on Christian truth claims like salvation, the Bible, and Jesus. People will continue to believe the caricature of faith that is pushed on, for example, by the new atheism. And their definition is that faith is believing something without evidence. No, it's not. The Greek word used most often in the New Testament is pistis, which is faith that is trusting that which we have good reasons to believe. Apologetics strengthens the believer, replacing a shallow, blind faith with a confident, robust assurance that translates into every aspect of your life. When difficult questions and objections have answers, and you are aware and know them, this not only provides a reasonable response to the unbeliever, but the usefulness and utility of such answers builds confidence. With apologetics, it's about connection. It's connecting with other people on a meaningful level. If connection is the goal, the means is love. In other words, we can learn all we want and we can know all we want, but if we don't have love and don't have care, as Paul says, it is nothing. To study the Bible and Christianity and other worldviews will enrich your character, transform your demeanor, deepen your appreciation, guide your actions, strengthen your resolve, humble your approach, and connect with others in the most meaningful possible way. In other words, you're going to become far more interesting to people and to the outside world. As Christians, we're called to share the light. In the commerce exchange of ideas, We are called to be ambassadors for Christ. If evangelism is invitational, apologetics is the conversation to get you there. If evangelism is reaping and sowing, apologetics is tilling the soil. We are to display care and tenderness of a gardener. And apologetics gets your foot into the door of conversation. So with the care and tenderness of a gardener, then we roll up our sleeves and step into the cage of opposing worldviews. Gray Matters exists to help and provide education and equip you with answers. Our next video will be classical approach or classical apologetics, rational arguments, and the roles of evidence and the Holy Spirit. Should you decide to embark on this apologetics endeavor, I promise you, a new world within your walk and your faith will open up that you never knew was possible. So won't you join us? See you next time.